Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys. Today we have Razorback Chief and his Progetto 54. This is a tank I quite like. I don't know if it's fantastic. I should have looked at the stats on it and how it's doing. It's the Tech Tree Tier 8 for the Italians with the auto reloader on it. He is in a Tier 8 and Tier 9 battle. Sent me a nice note here. Says he plays the Tier 8 Tech Tree Heavy as a heavy medium in this game. With the 210 pin auto loader. He has vents, turbo, and vert stab on it. Sounds reasonable to me. Using premium fire extinguisher, he's a U.S. Navy vent. Anchors away, my friend, right on. Let's see, but like it better than I did the other Tier 8 Italian Heavy. Oh, interesting. So he likes it better than the premium. Basante? Basante. Says this is interesting. Says he's an Xbox 360, almost, watt beta tester. I don't know what almost means. Meaning he just came in after the beta test? Don't know. Been transitioning to World of Tanks from World of Warships. Started in 2015. Due to the CV fiasco of 2 years ago, I do remember part of that. I wasn't heavily involved in World of Warships, but I know the rumblings. First game is Nelson in 2020 or so. He gets a Tier 8 game. He says, awesome. And he has dual carriers. The cruisers leave me behind. The battleships are fast battleships, and I am nuked before launching a shot. This is the best part. I logged out, poured a glass of Shieldag Speyside. I probably pronounced that incorrectly. Shieldag Speyside 18-year, and decided why not try WAD again. Oh man, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. 2 years later, I'll still play World of Warships with my buddies occasionally and watch the CCs on YouTube. I should go play some World of Warships. It's been a long time since I have. But today we have a game on Ghost Himmelsdorf Town. And our friend, Razorback Chief. Let's see what Razorback Chief does. This is a first look. We're going to kind of cruise along here. Got a CS59 going with us. Maybe one of the worst Tier 8 mediums on the tech tree. We'll have to find out. I'd have to look that up. I'm getting a little jitter on my replay. What is going on with that? Noticed that a little bit lately. Good number of tanks, heavies, and whatnot going into the town. We have a scout going out to the east side and working in the flats. Looks like just a CS59 and a Progetto. So the Chief and the Progetto are headed over this way. We also have a CS59, Progetto, and Progetto. Two Progettos. Are they both Progettos? They are both Progettos. One is a 54 and one is a 46. Medium and heavy. We have an RHM and a Charioteer Campa Lama Ding Dang. I'm going to be honest with you, my friends, and maybe some of the other TD players can disagree or tell me I'm wrong somehow or explain to me how I'm wrong. But the position the RHM and the Charioteer are in is maybe one of the worst initial TD spots in the entire game. Am I wrong on that? What are they shooting? They can probably shoot somebody being unwise and pushing to where Chief is, maybe. We should probably fix our driver, my friend. We did take a big hit. Progetto 66 biffed us. I think that's from down in the city. Yeah, it looks like he shot us from the city there. So we're going to hang out at this rock. I mean, I feel like if you were the RHM, the Charioteer are, you have essentially taken yourself out of the first half of the game. And you are either going to glove save because the enemy team is really hurt by the time they get to you, or your team's going to start to win and you're going to push off that hill and eventually bring your gun into the game. But right now, I just don't see any purpose to sitting on that hill whatsoever. If the purples push to where Razorback Chief is and start to get around that flank, then perhaps. And I have been hit by guys up there, but it's an extremely passive and completely relies on the enemy team to be pretty super aggressive to be worth a damn in the first half of the game. I don't know. Let me know down below what you think about that. I personally try not to go to spots like that. I do it on occasion just to see what happens. Sometimes you'll look at the setup and sort of figure maybe you will get some action pretty quickly based on what you're seeing. But I can't come up with a scenario where I would really know that right off the bat. I'm sure there's one out there where I might guess it. If you get lucky and nobody goes over here, maybe that's a scenario. Nobody goes where Chief is and the Progetto and the CS59. And you go up there and go, or maybe just a scout who's going to get you some lights and some shots. All right, that maybe maybe. But look what's going on. Nothing's going on over here. So we're being very careful initially here while I harangue the two TDs sitting back there. The WT is in a okayish, kind of slightly better spot. At least that WT can sweep that entire field out there on the east side of the map. So if there is some action down there, the light tank starts seeing guys, then the there's a G-SOAR there too, good, and the WT. But all four of those guys, what have they done? Do they have any kills? The WT has a kill, so he did find somebody. Probably, who knows, somebody that was screwing around in the middle there. Yeah, be careful with that. A little bounce, that's nice. So there is a 5100 and an LIS. Now this is the scenario I was talking about, where their sniper hill up in the north can start to become effective, because you don't want to push up and over and get too close to those guys, else they're going to be shooting you from the hill up there. Come on, there you go. Show your turret. That is not the tank to be showing your turret with. He does not hold down, my friends. Do not hold down in your 5100 unless you're able to come around the corner and shoot stuff with impunity. Oh, there's a char footer coming. Oh, boy. Oh my gosh, how did we miss? That is a bummer. All right, so the char footer, and that's a lot of firepower. The other problem here is now we can start getting shot in the back. He is going to come up and over. Comes up and over. The char footer takes a chunk out of our hero. And we're down to low hit points. Will be interesting to see how we get this done. I'm thinking the Char wants to come up and over, but he knows he's probably going to eat a bunch of shots. Notice that the RHM and the Charioteer are just at the edge of draw range. So the Char does kind of have to come up and over to where they're not fiddling with the edge of draw range. Again, another of the problems with that spot, potentially, in my opinion anyway. That guy's behind the building, so we aren't being threatened. Looks like we're going to go ahead and wait till we get reloaded. The Char wants to come at us, and he does a nice job. I don't know if he tracked him on purpose or... Nice. Oh, no, this is going to hurt. Oh, he bounced one. Very nice. Gets up under it, so it's a harder shot. I like it. Takes one in the gun. Takes one right in the old gun. Loses no hit points, and gets all of the spotting, it looks like, or a good chunk of the spotting for the Char footer. Very nice. Or maybe no spotting. Potentially, looks like no spotting. Got some tracking stuff, though. Got some assist off tracking, it looks like. The CIS, or LIS, is down to a one shot. So we've done pretty well. We've got ourselves up to 1,630 spotting, 685 damage by being up forward. Isn't that more fun, guys? Isn't that just... In my opinion, that is a more fun kind of gameplay. You're up here just punching people in the face. You're getting your spotting. This is dangerous. Guy's not looking, though, is he? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. He's like, no, don't do it. Don't ram me. Now we're exposed to their TDs. Are we going to take a big hit right here? 1,728 assists. Looks like we're going to try to hide behind the dead tank, maybe. Progetto's coming around the corner. Oh, yeah. A little shot of opportunity. You got to like that. Good essay as far as paying attention to what's going on the minimap. Is he going to actually clear into the open? No. Yeah, we don't want to dive into the bushes. We certainly don't want to get spotted here. Takes another hit. Looks like your city is starting to win, and we are now 6-2, so it's time to start tightening the noose on these dudes for sure. So do we have TDs? Probably. There's a T95 who I think is in the city. Yes, he is. There is a WT who has to be camping somewhere. G-SOAR, probably camping somewhere. There's a Scorpion out there somewhere. There's a Sturv S1. Holy cow, there's a bunch of TDs hanging out in the back. Down goes the Type 4H, and the route is on. I think I start moving out of this bush, man. Try to go around, maybe head up the hill. Yeah, that's what I would do, definitely. I don't know why your mediums didn't do that. Look at them, they're all sniping. This has been a theme, I think, lately for me. Stuff like that. Guys just sitting up on hills, letting other people push. It's always been endemic to the game, but it's extremely common now, even more so than usual. So I feel like if you're in the medium, if you can get your butt up to that hill up there and start spotting and get that tasty spotting damage. So I think Chief, if you'd have pushed earlier and been ahead of all these guys, that would have been good. All right, the T95's actually, is he shotable there? Ooh, I think he was. Doesn't matter. Well, maybe. We'll see if the 263 wins the duel. Charfooter got him. Charfooter got the T95. All right. And now we're just chasing hit points. So that's kind of my point right there as far as being a little bit passive. I know you were down to 458 hit points, but I will say this about that situation. You were winning by miles, so why not just get in there and see if you can't be the guy that's getting the spotting damage. Looks like we're figuring, yeah, the other TD is up in that corner. Looks like the Scorpion's up there. There he is. Scorpion's getting thumped, and we're down to the bitter end, I believe. Jump on Cap, grab those Cap points, and sit on Cap so if he comes around the corner. Oh, don't go off Cap. Oh, grab them sweet Cap points, man. You could shoot him while sitting on the Cap. We get a little armor not hit action right there. And down he goes. And look at that. We catch a little bit more assist based on the tracking the Scorpion right there. We were far enough forward that we're able to get that track on that guy and grab a few more assist points. 1,341 damage, 2,048 assist with a kill. Nice little game with the Progetto 54. It can run with the mediums, but we didn't talk about that too much, but that is one spot, a tank like that, even though it's a heavy, it really is kind of a heavy-ish medium tank. Lots of flexibility with this tank, especially with having an auto reloader. It's just got that nice burst damage with it, plus it's always in the game. It doesn't have to sit back as long as, say, the 5100 that he dueled with. And in addition to that, it has a pretty good turret in there. So when they were playing the hold down turret games, he's going to beat that 5100 every time. Right? 5100 is in a huge disadvantage to that kind of fight, and this tank can do that. Cool, man. Thanks for sending that in. I do appreciate it. I think that's all I've got. Welcome back to Tanks. Even though it's been quite a while, that's all I've got for today. We will see you.